This video for the file service configuration with Windows Server 2019. This is the series video, but this is the third video for of the series video server 2019. Last two video I have already published. It is for the Active Directory configuration and DNS service, and another one is the DCP. If you missed those video, I am sharing the link in the below the description box. Today we will configure the file service with Windows DFS service. The name that's been the distribution file system. We'll configure with replication, that's been the high level. For this video, please see the full video. I will show you full configuration of the Windows DFS service distributed file system. So let us start to the configuration of DFS. That's been file server for Windows 2019 server. So let us start. Okay, friend, this is the fast server for the Windows file service. I have already installed the operating system for Windows Server 2019 standard version. They're the same way. Just I have installed the final and this to log in into the first time. Here the fast server detail. I have also provide the IP and allow the remote, just the normal thing. First time I have to add a role from the tool. I have adding a role for the file service. This is the this one. Just next here I have to find the file and storage services. In these services I have to check DFS namespace one, then replication for this service for the high available, and I have also add file service resource manager. Next and install. This installation take less than 1 minute. I am not fast forwarding this video, just showing fully. It may take 30 to 40 seconds. Yes, maybe it is now 30 seconds. It will complete by 40 seconds, not less than 1 minute. Just we are waiting for finishing up the role. Installation is done by 40 seconds is done. I have already said. Just close the window. Okay, just we have to close the window. Yes. And the distributed file system is if we configure fully with a replication that's been high available, that's been user will not facing into any time of the long time downtime, and as well as the data security. That's why we will configure two node DFS file service with replication. We can say that is also high available and data security as well. First time we have to install one, then another one. I will show you one by one. Just stay with me. Just close the window. Then we'll find the role. But first time I have installed a role, I am allow a restart for the server. It is suggested. This is the application maintenance or the application installation or application maintenance that I have registered, and after the restart I am back, and with the login with the Windows admin credential. Yes, that's mean after adding the role of file service Windows DFS distributed file system, it's and after the installation of role, I am back, restart the server. After that I have log in again, and first after the installation, this last time I am showing the if I have already installed the role will show in the toolbox. This is the name of role is DFS management. After the under the DFS management, we will find the service of DFS. For the admin easy maintenance, will pin to the taskbar the panel, DFS management. First thing, we have to create a namespace, because by the namespace user will get the shared drive from the server to the client. That's why I will create a namespace for this server. As well as we have to allow another storage drive for where from I will share the storage. It is suggested to share another drive, or if you want, you can connect a storage the disks or the storage from the SAN or NAS. It will more secure than DAS. DAS mean the data direct data storage. If you want, if it's business which is critical, you can if you have SAN on NAS drive, you can connect the storage of file service from the SAN or NAS drive. In this case, I have this is the DAS storage. I have added an VSDX, and I have created a drive for the file server, and I have created already a folder. Should be the FS data. It should be the root folder for the file service. Under this server folder, there is some subfolder. That subfolder should be the act as a departmental folder. That means the business department, department, and HR, IT, and another thing. And that's mean here the namespace have to access should have to access the admin, and if you and I have to allow the administrator before that administrator, and if you seeing the first of my video of activity configuration, activity domain service configuration, yeah, that time I was create some department as well as some group as for the security group for this purpose. And now I am logging to the Active Directory, and here I have to create a common group for the file server. That's why I have creating a organization unit. Under the organization, I will create a common FS group, security group. There should be the root group for the file service. The root group will this group will have another groups like IT security group will be the member of this group. That's mean I will allow the root group the root folder, and then she will the all the could access the root folder. After that, as per the permission, the IT or production or sales group could see the departmental folder in that's in the subfolders. This is the way of the DFS permission or ACL, you can say access list. This group will be the uh, main group. I will add the other groups as a member of this group, like sales and IT and production. I have created 3 groups here. This is the IT security group, and I have add the production BRD, ACC group, ACC ZRP. Just I am adding here. We have we'll add the production security group as a member. Yes, here it is, production security group, and that's mean the root folder contain 3 departmental security group. The departmental security group will contain the departmental user. That's mean if we allow the groups, so let's mean the IT group in the IT folder, that's mean the subfolder, then under the IT user will get the IT folder count. That's mean IT user is the member of the IT security group. That's mean here is the FS. This is the road group. I am allowing the for the I am allowing the send because user will create a folder or delete for the shared. That's why I am adding the folder. And here is the path for the shared group, and I am only with the admin and only the root group here. Yes, done. Then next, and here should, yes, the folder is getting easily. It is okay. Before that, I am creating this here the subfolder for the department. Just mean I have that's the issue that I already enter here the root folder, and here I have creating the subfolder for the department, like it is the IT department, and I am allowing the permission here. Here is the issue. I have to if there is if there have the their inherited permission is enabled here, I have to disable, because I will allow the permission for the security only. That's when I have to disable the inherit permission here, and then apply. It will go warning for it's okay. That's will disable, converting the disable. It's okay. It's okay now. Okay, we have to delete the default user for the, otherwise the permission will not work properly. And now we'll add administrator already added. Here the computer admin, and here I add IT group only, and I will allow change. That's mean IT group sub group member or IT user will can edit here. The same way production is we will do the same. Production group I will already add that way already. That's mean it is just production is added then, and we have to delete the local user here. We'll delete later, and we'll add the sales department for the subfolder for the sales department. The same way we will allow the permission as property security, and if their inherited permission is enabled, we have to disable first. Then develop this converting the existing permission. Then we have to delete the local user first. Then we have to here the sales security group. Add the sales SSC group GRP, and we'll allow the change, then apply. We can add that domain admin here. It's up to the admin, the group administrator. That's when we will get the permission. But we can also add here the domain admin. That's mean the subfolder or departmental folder is security is done. We have to need to done another thing. Just now we'll log in. Okay, now we are in the file server 2, node number 2, because we'll do replication, or if you say it for failover, we have to do the same thing. That's when we have to add a role or feature here the same way, but we will not create a namespace this server. Will just if you add the namespace server to the one as a member to if we add the member with server 2 as a member of 1, then the namespace will be automatically showing here. At first we have to add the role first in the DFS management, DFS namespace and the replication, and another is the file server resource manager. The same way we will add the role here first. Next we will add install with the server. Go to the file service and file and storage services. Under this here DFS namespace, add another feature also, replication and file server resource manager. We'll describe later in the end of this video for the for the file server resource manager work. We'll configure later. Firstly, we configure in the DFS and DFS replication first. It will also take 40 to 30 to 40 seconds to complete. After the complete the role, we'll restart the server 2. Then we'll work forward with the one. Firstly, we have to install the role. After that, we will restart the server 2 of installing, and that's done. This is done and close. It's close, and here the namespace DFS management. We'll see there is no namespace here. Just a new install role only, nothing else. But we'll do nothing here. We'll go back file server 1. It is file server 2. Just for content, I am saying it is slow. Now we are in file server 1. Just we'll add a file server namespace the namespace server here. Just look, only one server is sharing. Just we will add a namespace server as a member of this server. We will not create a namespace or anything. Just we will work on the existing namespace. Click and here add a namespace. Here we browse, find the server 2 here. Just give it the server name. Here that number server 2, add it, and here next. Here we have to mention the same way. We have to add the data disk server 1, and here we have to browse the drive of the storage same way, because the DFS server will be the same configuration from the physical end, and if you use the VM, absolutely VM, then you have to use the same. I have not the add disk yet, so I have to add another disk or base DX with the server 2 first, because when you configure DFS, you should be the physical server should be the same, RAM and configuration, everything should be the same, 100% same. Otherwise it will work, but it sometimes it will be a problem. That's and if you configure if the VM also should be the separate different physical. If the physical going down, the server will be live. One server, if the server one live, user will not will get the service. Or if you one if the one server is off, and the every service is right. Now I am browsing the root folder the same way for the server 2, and here we will besides the permission of the user to the administrators and the main group of the file server, the same permission, otherwise it will not work properly. The administrator and as well the enterprise admin of the domain, and here are the FS the root group. The permission is done. File server 2 and share folder from the 1, and permission is already given. Just okay. Here is this error here showing because I was configured before, that's why I have to clear everything, and we have to do just to give this warning here. Yes, okay. Yes, it is done. The Namespace server is already here, but let's see, the file server 2 is not, there is no folder is here, subfolder here. And now we will configure replication. That means the subfolder of the 1 will replicate it to 2. We will not create the subfolder in the server 2. That's mean when user will do any change in the one server, because only one user will connect any server, 1 or 2. We can mention one, that's we can mention the user will connect a single 1 server or 2 server, everything. The namespace is here. Now we'll create the replication or high availability configuration. From the replication, just same way, just like namespace, we will create a namespace group, a replication group. This is I will create a replication group from just create new. Okay, now we'll create a replication group. We are working on FS1. I am showing clearly. Or if we configure here replication, and here is the server 2, here is no namespace, no subfolder. That's mean we will configure only 1. Then now if I refresh here, then or the namespace will show here. Just close the namespace and will back, and it will show the namespace. Yes, here the server 2 is now showing the namespace, but we will not create the 2 here, the namespace here. It is when we add the namespace server here, then it will replicate it, and it is showing namespace here also at the 2 server. Now we will create replication. We can create from, if the namespace server is added, then we can create the replication group from the 1 or from the 2. Now we are creating from the 1, because we will made the primary server for 1, just giving the name here, the replication name, nothing else. Then next we have to add the member of the server DFS replication group. Here we are working with two server. If you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 server, you can just add here all the if same way we have to add the namespace and everything to the same one to the same way. Then you just add all the server in a group, then all the group member will replicate from one to another. It is vice versa. Here I have two servers, that's why I'm adding two server. And again next, here the full mesh, that's mean that's already told you the user will the replication could be the round robin 1 to 2, 2 to 1, everything, anytime, anyway one. Here the full bandwidth, or if we can control, but we will allow here the full bandwidth. And here the mention the primary, who is on the primary server. In this case I am sure selecting one. One will be the primary, and here we have to mention which folder is replicate. And then we'll share the file root folder is one, and from the thereby I am sharing the root folder. Then next, and permission should be the same, and there is no change. And here two, who is to folder up to will replicate it. In the same way the it's the primary is one here. Next, and here is the path of one server, the FS data root folder will replicate with the two FS data, because at the two server there is no subfolder, it is in the blank. I already showing you just replicate and OK. Next, and create a success, the replication is done. But the first time replication it's showing as server 2, there is no subfolder, but server 1 we have the 3 subfolder. We expect those subfolder should replicate it by the replication service. Just first time it take maximum 15 minutes to depend on your data, but these are blank folder, but first time it take maximum 15 minutes maximum. It is the default time. Just we are waiting the normal process. But if we do forced replication from the replication group, it will replicate it very fast. But we are not, is the from the now it's first server 2 1, but still now it is not showing or replicating. Just we are waiting. Yes, now done already. The 3 subfolder from 1 is replicating from. I am creating the subfolder at server 2. Let's see, is it replicated with 1. Now I am set replication 1. Just let's see, I have in the server 1. Is it replicating? Already I have created a subfolder as well here. Yes, here in the production I have created a new folder. Now server 1 in production, I did the new folder I have created to is done. Now we'll next we'll test the user from the client user. Already I have client user is for validation. I have already installed a Windows 11 already I have a video within how I install the Windows 11. Next, that PC I will join the my domain, then I will validate it. Uh, Here, welcome back. Now we're in the client. Here I am joining the client PC Windows 11. Already I have installed Windows 11 before. We have several video about the installing Windows 11 or downloading and configuring and disable TPM, and you know the some issue with installation Windows 11. You can see the video. The domain join is successfully. After the domain join, we need to restart the Windows 11 or any client, Windows 10 or 8. And just we are waiting for the uh, restarting. After the restart, we'll log in with the user. Here is the screen, login screen. We are trying to log in with the sales user. Let's see. Yes, we are able to log in by the sales user. But here the Windows 11 first time user login, it's take about one to 2 minutes, because here is the Windows 11. The new desktop is showing quite Mac version, but it is good. But is also till now it is a beta version or developing version. I am working on it, and for the demo. Here the namespace. By the namespace, we are seeing the all, but the sales per user not register and not try to see all the folder. Now here we are enable here the access space enumeration for the namespace. That's mean the sales user will not see the other subfolder. That's why you have to do the configuration settings. That go to advanced, and here is the enable the access based enumeration, the namespace. That's mean user will not show see the other department or folder. If the permission is okay, the subfolder. And now another subfolder is showing. That's when the sales user will also will not show not see the production. We have to there may be the wrong of after that the production only he is seeing here the sales folder. That's when our permission is good, but still we have to do something. We'll It's okay. The only sales folder is a manual. If we mount the network drive, it is okay. It's okay now. Now we are logging. Yes, here the sales user is getting the sales folder is okay, no problem. And network, if we mount the network folder by manually, it will work properly. But we want if the user is login with his departmental user, the network drive will automatically mount as his name. And but you already know that user is getting his file server is permission is okay, but we already described we want to create a GPU group policy object. That's by the group policy, the user will automatically get in this network drive as a common name, and thus with the same group drive, but we will not doing manually. It will be mount automatically as a network drive. That's why the group policy we have already open group policy management console, and here we have find the group policy object. We have to create a object here first. I am giving the name of this group policy for the FS. After that we need to edit the policy here. With the new policy, take and join FS GPO and go to edit. This policy will work with the user configuration. Go to the user configuration, and it is from the Windows setting, and the will work with the drives as a map, drive maps. Then we will create a new map drive as new, and new drive. Here we'll provide the namespace already here, the namespace here. Just copy and paste the location. That's mean where the shared drive will share for the user. Just only the copy and paste to the GPU of to the DC. Here the location of the share, and here you can give the drive name, network drive name, and you should obviously take the reconnect. That's mean if you user log out and log in, the network drive will mount automatically. I will provide your drive. Network drive is not O, it should be N, network drive, and is apply. That's mean the group drive name file service will just I am showing you file service, and it will mount as a network drive in the with the N drive, N later drive. Let's see. Now we have to link the policy to the all the mentioned groups like IT, production, and sales. We'll link the group only for the user end, for not computer, not group, only the user the organization unit. Just link the group here. Done. For the production is the same. Link the GPO, and the sales are the same. The same GPU is done for the GPU, and hopefully user will get a network drive with N. Now file service, just we are logging back the client with the sales user, providing the password. Let's see, user is getting his network drive, and that's why it provides file service the name, and it will be mounted with the N drive as well. Let's see. Yes, go to my computer, this PC. Yes, already he is getting the file service network drive, and it with the network and the name, letter name is N. That's mean that everything. But if the change not have happened, you have to run a command from the CMD ZP update. That's mean group policy update, ZP update after a space and / force. It will work. Then it will be get a group policy update. Then it will work properly. Just I am restarting again, and I will log in with the another account. Let's see that user is getting the network drive properly, automatically, and mounted as an N, and name is file service. Let's check. Sales user is done. Next I am confirming again. After that I will switch with another user. If you not turn to the that command I already told you, if you can get a restart the client, then the group policy will work properly. It's okay. That's why I'm confirming again. If the drive loader is not mount automatically, then that you run the command or you get the restart. And now we'll sign out from the sales user. Let's log in with the another user. Then other user, let's see, it is IT user 1 already created in the Active Directory. Hopefully IT user get in the IT folder and it will be mount automatically. But first time if you log in the any computer, the Windows 10, it take time for creating the profile for the first time for the new user. That's why you have to allow some time, 1 or 2 minute maximum. And let's do it. Almost there. It is Windows 11 and not Windows 10. Let's see what about the IT user network drive. Yes, and this IT user is getting his folder, department folder IT. That's mean our group policy and share access list on ACL our policy is working properly. We already verified it's okay now. And now we sign out from IT, and then we'll back with the production user. What about the production user? Is he getting his group folder automatically? This is the production user for the production department. Hopefully will the production user also get his folder. Just let's say no, DFS is the very good thing for the Microsoft. I am working this area system and system management about 10 years plus. And I have done lots of certification with the Microsoft, MCSC, MCS, and as well as Azure certification. I'm already done I have MCT certificate as well. Still, I have more exam to take more exam about the Microsoft and others. So still I am working and as well as studying and innovating the new technology for Windows and Linux as well. But mostly I am working with the Windows platform. Let's see what about the production. Just wait, and this PC. Yes, he also get the same name, and he gets only the production department. That's mean from the user validation it is okay now. That's mean our ACL and GPU is configuration is 100% perfect. There is no issue at all. That's for the all for the client verification. And now next we'll verify the is the failover or failover is working is not working properly. Here just right click and get the property and go to the DFS tab. Now this user is connected via 2 server. That's mean the member server 2. I am changing this with 1. You can do it manually. That time you have to need to permission as an administrator, otherwise you cannot change the activity server. First time it was the connected with the 2, and now it is connected with 1. That's mean active the server is 1 and passive mode is passive with for the server 2. But I already described we'll configure as a primary as a 1. That's why we have to do another thing, change as the DFS area. Just stay with me, I will show you. Here I already show you the who is active server. Now I want the server 1 should be the active. That's why I have to change here. Go to the advanced. Here is the referral ordering. I have changed it for 1 as active. I will not doing here. That's mean all the client will connect to the file server via 1. That's mean no user will connect server 2. But if the server is going down, then server 2 will be active. We'll check it. I will show you. Now this part this part I will check the failover is working or not. Let's check. The server 1 is now active already. We can move it also. 2 is by manually, but automatically it will all the client will connect 1. But if you want, you can change it. And now it is true. Now we'll shut down the server. Just you can run this command all time for the group policy and everything. The group policy will update from the for the client from the active directory, and that's when we all the network drive will provide the user by the group policy. We are checking the user will get connect from 1 or not. If not, will it may need a restart for the client. No, it is activist 1. That's why we have to get a restart for the server. Let's try from sign out or sign in. It's not work, then we will get a restart. Sometimes it will if the log on and log out is the problem is solved. If not, then you have to do a restart again. And just let's see the active server should be 1 because we have change it. All the user will connect via 1 as a active. And let's see. Go to the network properties and DFS tab. No, still not. It is not sweep here. That's mean we have to consider a restart for the client. Then the client will refresh and get policy also updated from the active directories domain services server. Just I am after the restart I am login the same user. If let's see if the DFS server 1 is play role as a active, is it change or not? Let's say just go to the this PC and network drive. Okay, this PC network drive properties and DFS. Yes, let's see. The user is connected the file service via 1. We already referral all the user will connect via 1. Check it is okay active. It is also active. Now with the time for the server, that's mean the server is both server is live. Now I am shutting down shut down the server 1. It may that's for the check user, but here is the it will but user will face at interruption maximum 3 to 5 minutes, not more than that. User will not access the file service. That's mean the server 1 is down. Let's 2 will be the active, but it will take maximum 5 minutes, not more than that. Yes, now we'll check the server is not active, and let's check the server 2 is now active. But I am not happy to see it is active or not. But from the for the one the it will show is cross. That's mean he is not available. Uh, so maybe we need another restart for this server for the client. Here it will say yes, it undisable. That's mean the server 1 is down. Now the server 2 is serving with for the client, and 1 is down. Now user will access, we can access the network tab as well. Though it may about 3 minutes here show I am accessing the folder. Is no change here, but user can face the interruption maximum 5 minutes. But my this case it about 2 minutes though there was the interruption. That's mean my server 1 is now down. Only single server 2 is serving to the for the client. But if the issue is not resolved, you can get a restart. After restart it will, yes. Now in the meanwhile I have already uh, already on the server, and it's let's check the server 1 is getting active, and 2 is now passive mode, because already I mentioned the server 1 will should be the active mode. That's why when the server 1 is back, it's play his role. That's all the AC validation. Hello. Now the new feature, another feature already we have worked on namespace replication or failover. Now we are working with the file server resource manager. That's mean this area we can control the storage is in quota. If you have the drive 100 GB, but we want user will limit it with the 50 GB, then you can. Here you have to create a template first. Just I am copying a 10 GB default default template, and I will create 10 GB quota. But you already show that there was a 20 GB drive. After the 10 GB quota, if I implement it, then the user will see only 10 GB, but drive have 20 GB. It is hard quota. After filling the 10 GB, user will not put any file with it. Just let's say it's okay. It's 100 GB. If the 10 GB is fill up, user will not you will not able to put any file or folder 10 GB, and we have to uh, locate the folder. This means the FS folder is done. It is done now. Let's see if we after if from the quota is done, the quota configuration is done for the server. Let's see. Here is a 20 GB. If refresh, yes, user is seeing the property is 10 GB, but few minutes ago it was showing 20 GB. That's why that's why we can control and the user folder space controlling the by the quota. And here is another thing is important thing here. The file server user can access, put, delete everything. That's why you can control you want Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and PDF or the official docs. Nothing except those type of file, just like audio, video. It take more space. And exe file is the very dangerous. For some time the user don't know it is a virus, but he sometime they download from the internet and put it the file server. If this is the mail or something, the .exe file, that mail can mess up, do a massive disaster for the file server. That's why we'll prevent audio video file and exe file. That's mean user will not able put any audio file or video file, keep not keep this type of this type of file in the file server. They will not allow. That's why I'm here. We can configure email communication notification if the user trying to keep some this type of file. A user admin can get a notification. That's that configure we can do, but we will showing you later. It is the another will be the video next. We will publish it. Just now I am creating a template. That's mean user will not keep any audio video file or executable file in the file server. That's mean template is done, but we'll configure the email notification later. And just you have to give you the to the email address who is user email address get the notification for the user attempt to keep this type of file. Create the file screening. I will point the root files folder and create. That's mean here we have to create the profile, select the profile here. That's mean the file server resource manager service is done, but we have to do those things the both server 1 or 2. That's mean now we'll try to keep a exe file or video file or audio file to this folder as a user. Let's try. I am transferring to the desktop a audio file or exe file. Let's allow for a few moments. Yes, I already transferred exe file. It is a remote. It is exe file, installer file. Just I am copy the exe file and try to paste the network drive as a production user. Is it allow me? Yes, no. You need the permission for this action. That's mean I will not able keep or paste this executive file to the network drive. That's why I have already I have allowed, and next allow try to the mp3 file to paste here. Is it possible? Is the network drive production folder? Yes, the same message I am showing that I am not authorized to keep this type of file in the network drive. If you paste the video file, it will show the same. That's mean user will not keep this type of file in the network drive. User can only the doc and PDF and other file. It is very necessary and necessary for every you have to do the same thing for the server 1 2 3. You have multiple server more than 2, just we'll do it the same way. We'll follow the same process. It will not do the same process, same step configuration all the server. When the server will shift, now that's when I will already showing you server 1 is down, then 2, then if you are not do the same configuration, then user can keep this stuff file. That's why you have to do the same configuration in all the server, all the with the same. With an user, you can control the user. Here I am creating the file screening template here. ODF video and exe. If you there have an so much category here, and if you execute a file allow, or you can add also some extension of the by the subfolder, the create the screening in the same way, showing the FS data and the same, and select the profile I already create a few minutes ago is create. That's mean already check. That's when the executive file video file will not able to create. It's done for the file servers resource managers feature. Friends, this is the all for the file server configuration video. This video was for the number 3 of the series. Next we will create new of the video for this series. I will let you know. Thank you very much for your passion to stay about 1 hour. And if there are any queries or any type of suggestion, or please do leave a comment for me. If you like this channel, you can subscribe my channel, and you can hit the bell icon for new video. Till then, bye. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.